Let's head to the Santiago Bernabeu, shall we, and join Alexis Nunes, Ian Darke and Luis Garcia.
Thanks so much, Dan. That is the headline that's been dominating the city of Madrid pretty much, that no Karim Benzema for this Clasico. Kind of unfortunate, though, Darke, considering the form he's been in. How much are Real Madrid going to miss him?
Oh, he's been phenomenal this season. He's 34 years of age now, 33, 34. He's been involved in over half Real Madrid's goals. You saw what he did to Paris Saint-Germain almost single-handedly in that Champions League game. So it's a massive hole that it leaves. And I mean, Barcelona have got to be very encouraged by the fact that he's missing, because they'll put somebody else in, but it won't be Karim Benzema, and he makes a lot happen.
I suppose that's the next question, Luis. Who does Carlo Ancelotti put in?
It's a big question, in the one we try to answer and find a way to see who is the player who can fill in that big gap that Benzema is leaving. And definitely it's not going to be easy. Jovi is a player who, when he's been on the field, I think he did pretty well, but he's a player who hasn't played much lately. Another one, it could be Bale, but once again, he's not a player who looks fit at the moment. And when you have to play a game like this one, even though he normally feels comfortable in big occasions, I think, in my opinion, Isco is one of those special players, because he's a player who can link into the middle, a player who can keep the ball against Barcelona, that normally they're going to be more dominant, even though they're going to play here at the Real Madrid, the Santiago Bernabeu. He's a player who can give you things, can keep the ball, can combine, can bring the ball to the situations where it could be a threat for Barcelona. So there are quite 2-3 players who can be at the moment being picked, but definitely difficult at the moment to decide which one is going to be the one.
And usually when we see Karim Benzema on the score sheet, we also do get to see another name, and that tends to be Vini Jr. They have been an absolutely lethal duo in all competitions, really, this season. How big of a night should Vini Jr. have in this moment in Benzema's absence?
Well, he's been projected to be a world star now, and I think he's going to dazzle for Brazil at the World Cup as well, by the way, at the end of the year. But I think there's a factor maybe we're missing here, and in discussing this game, the fact that Barcelona played on Thursday night, a tough game away in Turkey. They've had the travel. Real Madrid have had a clear week to get ready for it. That's quite a big advantage, Luis, isn't it?
Definitely a big one, because traveling, arriving, rest. The true thing as well is that they've been doing a little bit of rotation. So it's going to have 2 or 3 players who didn't play their full 90 minutes. So lately, Xavi looked like he's enjoying changing Frank de Jong, Pedri, Nico, Gavi play. They got a lot of players in the middle, young player who can give a lot of intensity to the game. And I think that this Real Madrid struggles in this kind of situation, Ian.
That's true, and I think when we were talking just off camera before, I know there's a lot of talk about Karim Benzema missing this one, but so is Ferland Mendy. And Luis, you actually think that might affect Real Madrid more than Benzema's absence?
Actually, for me, I think for this game, it's not about winning, it's to not losing. I mean, for Real Madrid at the moment, just getting a point is fantastic, because Barcelona is not going to get 3. The things are going to continue the same. Real Madrid is going to be at the top, and you don't lose against Barcelona in the bigger Clasico. And Mendy is one of those special players that in the back give you so much. You got Dembele probably, or Adama Traore, players who they are very quick, very fast, and they are very difficult to mark. And well, Mendy is one of those special players who can help you with that. Also shows that at the back he gets the ball, he can break lines with his physical position. So I think it's going to be a massive player who is going to be missed during the whole game, because there is no other player that I think at the moment can stop Dembele on a big run.
Darke, what do you think? Mendy probably a bigger miss than Benzema?
No, not a bigger miss than Benzema. Nobody's a bigger miss than Benzema. We should talk as well about the effect Aubameyang is having on Barcelona. He was out in the cold. I mean, he was so far out in the cold, he was in the deep freeze, in fact, at Arsenal.
Kind of like we are now.
Yeah, it is quite cold here in Madrid. But, Aubameyang scoring nearly every game. He got another one, and his confidence is high. And Barcelona look much more of a threat with him around, and Dembele, the maverick Dembele, suddenly showing us what he can do. So I do think they carry a big threat here.
And just quickly on that point, Luis, do you think that now Barcelona pretty much need to win this more, or want to win this more maybe than Madrid, especially with the point that the guys brought up that Madrid definitely have their eyes on the Champions League?
Yeah, definitely. They got so much points from Barcelona that they are not in a rush to get these 3 points. Barcelona is about keeping the momentum. They wanted to continue improving, of course, getting results, giving something to believe to the supporters, because this project has to continue. And it's important to, if you win a Clasico, that's going to be for the rest of the season.
Yeah. All right, thanks, guys. Well done. Se viene el Clásico. The Clásico is coming here to Madrid, and there's no Benzema, but we're still very much expecting a party.